On to our next session. Again, something on a very unique subject and topic which we have not heard so far in the day. Presentation on transaction monitoring and FRM solutions. And before I call on stage the speaker, we get the stage set. So throughout the day, we have been having some amazing topics and discussion sessions. And moving ahead, this topic is going to be even more exciting. Transaction monitoring and FRM solutions. And please help me welcome the honorable speaker with a big round of applause, Mr. Madhu Srinivas, partner from Signzy. A big round of applause to Madhu for this presentation which he's going to give. So Madhu, all over to you. Looking forward to a great session.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Madhu Srinivas. I take care of fraud risk management solutions at Signzy. I am from banking and fintech background, expertise in credit underwriting and fraud risk management. Almost a decade with HDFC Bank, heading the fraud risk verticals, heading the fraud risk at payment gateways like InstaMojo and POS solutions like EasyTab. So thanks Inex for the opportunity. Thanks Prashant, Jitendra, Suraj, Sumit, who made my talk easy in terms of talking about digital payments already and the challenges and risk involved in this. So we are here to support you on your digital payments journey. Today, in today's market, there are a lot of opportunities in terms of lending. The customers have a lot of opportunities to choose quick loans, quick onboardings. But yes, there are challenges in terms of risk involved. The faster you grow, parallelly, you have a risk involved in it in terms of your fraud losses. So today, I'll take you to a journey in terms of how Signzy can support you in transaction monitoring and fraud risk management solutions. We can support you in onboarding, your transaction monitoring relating to digital payments, relating to your sanction screening, that is customer profiling, risk ratings, and also chargeback solutions relating to payments. And also how can you reduce your disputes mainly from customer perspective. So Signzy, we are already onboarded almost 75 million plus customers till date. We are present in almost 6 countries, and we have currently 240 plus clients globally. And we majorly support in onboarding, and we have launched a new FRM product, which is fraud risk management, which supports transaction monitoring and your risk profiling, sanction screening, chargeback solutions. So these are a set of clients whom we have tied up till date. We have presence across industries from banking, insurance, payments, and financial services. So from onboarding and transaction monitoring perspective, we go as per the RBI regulatory guidelines. We support from a compliance perspective and ensure that your audit and compliance from a due diligence perspective is fulfilled. So basically, what are the guidelines from RBI in terms of your KYCs, in terms of customer classification, in terms of risk mitigations, and in terms of your periodic monitoring on your existing customers to ensure that your portfolio is clean. So this is about the Signzy fraud risk management stack. As I told you, we support you in your KYC stack in terms of onboarding, validating your KYCs in terms of your DL or whatever KYCs in terms of as per your company credit policies. And we also support you in quick onboardings from a digital KYC perspective without compromising on the risk parameters. And also we have our negative database, neck base, wherein we can support you in ensuring that about the credit rating of your onboarding customer, basically, in terms of its neck base across the industries. Plus, the transaction monitoring, the transaction monitoring tool, which is our new API, and we have already tied up with from across the segments in terms of payments, banking, crypto companies. Our transaction monitoring solutions supports in identifying suspicious and fraudulent transactions to safeguard clients from fraud losses, customer disputes. Primarily, we do the digital checks, digital integrity checks, digital footprints, and our transaction monitoring system is very easy to integrate. Basically, you can integrate within 48 hours. And it's with an inbuilt rules in place across the industries. For example, for wallet payments, for cards, for net banking, or UPIs, we have a set of inbuilt rules in our system to monitor these transactions. So as I told you, our transaction monitoring is AI-based rule engine, wherein based on the fraud trends and backend analytics, the system will automatically create new trends of fraud scenarios, which will be converted into rules inside the system based on the data, and it will immediately alert as a fraudulent transaction or a suspicious transaction. You can also immediately reverse the transaction or refund to the customer or keep it on hold till the settlement is done. We have a case management system from the analyst perspective to take a call from a risk analyst perspective. So, which I was talking about on a risk-based categories, like we prioritize from a data parameters perspective, we classify customers into high risk, medium risk, low risk, and very high risk based on our internal rule engines, onboarding digital checks. So this is our the flow of our transaction monitoring system works. From a transaction perspective, we monitor in a real-time basis. So we have a near real-time and a real-time transaction monitoring, which supports across digital payments. So we have an inbuilt analytical risk engine, which validates these transactions. And these are the systems or process which passes through, like the system identifies, classifies the transactions into low risk, high risk, medium risk, very high risk. Then before approval, you can either refund the transaction or reverse the transaction, or you can hold the transaction, or you can refer it to your seniors to take a call on whether about the genuinity of the transaction, to take a final call, basically, from a maker-checker perspective. And analyst has a specialist dashboard wherein they can view the fraud trends of particular merchants or from a particular wallets or particular locations, devices, from a particular geographic locations. You can classify each trends. It's a customized dashboards, basically. And we also support you along with it with a FIU reporting, basically. So FIU reporting is again additional API which is integrated along with our transaction monitoring system. So any fraud or suspicious transactions will be directly reported to the FIU vertical. So this is our automating routing of transactions works internally from a backend in terms of it does a multiple checks from a KYC, from a location perspective, from a history perspective. It has multiple ML models at the backend wherein the data runs in, and finally it takes a call whether to either approve, decline, or refer the transactions to a particular analyst. So these are the different actions we take based on, as I told you, we classify as high risk, low risk, medium risk. So from a current KYC perspective, we support in automatic re-KYC related to sanction screening, periodic screening. If you want any particular fraud trend to be logged, based on your past history, you would have come across a new fraud trends, or you would have come across some huge customer disputes, or you would have come across some fraud losses in terms of a leakage in the process or leakage in your onboarding systems, based on which we can study the data. We will suggest you on what rules to be implemented during your onboarding process or during your transaction routing process. So these are monitoring models which I was stating to you in terms of AI-based. We have an internal AI-based scoring mechanism from a rule engine perspective, from a client screening perspective, from a periodic monitoring perspective. If you want to monitor an organization or an individual customer periodically, like every 45 days or every 15 days, based on your suspicious pattern trends either before onboarding, during the onboarding the customer, or post onboarding the customer, you can have a periodic check on a particular customer in terms of monitoring systems to ensure that you suddenly doesn't come under a huge fly-by-night setup companies, or doesn't NPA in terms of customer profiles like your PEP checks, your political backgrounds, or any customer getting into any illegal business activities. If you monitor him frequently, then I think you can at least save a certain percentage of fraud losses. So as I told you, our rule engine, you can just go live within maybe like within 24 hours. So we have an inbuilt set of data schema wherein you just need to park your data in, and our integration, it's very simple. It's a single API in terms of transaction monitoring, and we give you inbuilt rules. For example, if you are into payment gateway industry, or if you are into wallet industry or crypto industry, based on industry segments, we give you a set of rules like 50 or 100 plus rules inside the system. If you want to add new rules inside the system, it's very easy. It's a no-code system, and any layman or a non-tech person, especially from banking and fintech, even I am also from banking and fintech perspective, a non-tech guy, even I can create rules and start working on it. So this is again our monitoring models, our desktop, on how we do it. We have a separate case management for every screening, customer screening profiles. Like if an agent wants to take an action of, or if you want to escalate it to your supervisor, or if you want to do a FIU filing, or a suspicious transactions reporting, STR reporting, you can do it through our modeling systems, like our transaction monitoring systems. It's like a single package wherein you can do all these actions in a single API, basically. You don't want to depend on multiple systems to get the data and do a filing or do an escalation models. So this is what about our onboarding and transaction monitoring systems, our FRM systems basically. We also support in digital identity integrity checks, digital footprints, and also in terms of your chargeback solutions relating to payments or customer disputes. So we can start with your query or question sessions on this.
Thank you so much, Madhu, for that wonderful presentation. Ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause. Mr. Madhu Srinivas, partner from Signzy on transaction monitoring and FRM solutions. We'll now take quick questions from the floor. So you can raise your hand and we'll get the mic to you for the questions. Also, I would like to highlight that Madhu and the entire team of Signzy is available for the entire duration of today as well as tomorrow. So any doubts, any queries, or if you want to know more about their products and offerings for the NBFC sector, please visit Madhu and the entire team of Signzy. Any questions?
Any question relating to your onboarding challenges or customer profilings or risk ratings?
Fair enough. So now, Madhu, I would request you to kindly be on stage, and I would like to call on stage Mr. Anil Pinapala, CEO of VVF India Finance, to kindly do the honors of felicitating our eminent speaker here. Thank you, Anilji, for doing the honors.
Hi.
A big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. That was Mr. Madhu Srinivas, partner from Signzy, for that fantastic presentation on transaction monitoring and FRM solutions.